Hey everybody, Davey Hawkins here. Alright, so today, very, excuse me, very simple, very short. We're going to talk about feminine heterosexuality and what is it. And I will also be talking about the truth and actually, the dark and the negative and the positive side of it. And I'll be talking about some biases that I've experienced from my own. Um, all right. So basically, what is feminine heterosexuality? Feminine heterosexuality, as opposed to men as concerned, I can't speak for women only enough to say that when it comes to um, I call them I call women masculine femmes. They're called feminine uh masculine heterosexuals. So a masculine heterosexual woman is basically a heterosexual woman that's very masculine. She uses a lot of logic. Some of them can be very aggressive. That's for the female aspect. And I can only go so far as to that. Now, feminine heterosexuality as opposed to men, let me first say that there are three types of effeminacy. First of all, what is effeminacy? Well, by definition, the word effeminate is relating to flamboyant behavior like this. Hey, or hey, boo. That sort of thing. Yes, I am a feminine heterosexual male. I am sexually attracted to women, and I would like to bring a little bit of the starseed origins of it. Um, Most of us who are feminine and heterosexual, we are we are lesbians from a starseed incarnate aspect. So we're still heterosexual and we're still warrior like. Um, however, we carry that past life energy into the present, so that when we reincarnate again in the future, me, on the other hand, I will become an actual female, and I'll be a lesbian. Hey, ladies, hey. um, but I want to talk about my experience being a feminine heterosexual has been like. But before I get to that, I just wanted to say that when I first started out, I started off as a traditional heterosexual. What it's like being a man, and a masculine man, a tough guy, and then at the age of 12, just living with my mom for so long, I discovered metrosexuality, and metrosexuality is not the same thing as homosexuality. Metrosexuality has to do with dress attire, grooming. It has to deal with how good you take care of yourself. That is metrosexuality. And by definition, a metrosexual is a male who it is a male who pays much attention to his appearance of makeup, cosmetics, fashion statements, and I'm sorry, fashion attire. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say fashion statement. fashion attire, um, clear nail polish, etc. That um, that would be a metrosexual. Okay, and there's three types of metrosexuals. Okay, now in the mainstream world, white society has let me educate you. When it comes to the mainstream people, white America has programmed society to think that all metrosexuals are homosexual. Just because a man likes to smell like a female and wear eyeliner or mascara doesn't necessarily mean that they're gay. My thing is this: you don't really know unless you ask. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people at times they tell you what they think you need to hear instead of what you should be hearing. Okay? Um so anyway, excuse me. Um yeah. So that whole thing about metrosexual, um that most of them are gay, that's bias. That's a stereotype. Because there's three kinds of metrosexuals in the world. Just like there's three kinds of metrosexuals in the world. One, you have people that are metrosexual, and of course they're homosexual. That's the obvious, typical. Yeah, of course. And then there's the second one that's you. The second one is that you have people that are metrosexual and bi, and then there are those like myself who are metrosexual and straight. Um, so I just told you the three types. You can be metrosexual and homo. You can be metrosexual and bi is the second one. And you can be metrosexual and straight is which is number three, the third. Okay? And see, the reason why people don't think like I think they should is because they're too busy clubbing and partying and uh worrying about what comes on TV and all this kind of stuff. They don't really care to read. That's why there wa- there was a man who said, you know, those who can read uh don't. Um no, I'm sorry. Those those who can read won't, and those who know how to read won't. Okay? So the thing about me is that when I teach something, um number one, I base it off fact, and I can show you. I can't show you right now because my computer's messed up. And but I will say this: if you look it up on Wikipedia, the word metrosexual, and you will find out that you do have heterosexuals that are metrosexual. um they're just they're just very they're just very rare to find now because of what mainstream media has classified and labeled them all as gay just because they've been accustomed to feminine culture. Okay, same goes for e- effeminacy. Effeminacy is nothing more than the expression of feminine behavior in men. That's all it is. It's nothing but the expression of it's nothing but the expression of homosexual flam well no, I'm sorry. Okay, effeminacy is in relation to homosexuality, and it is nothing more than the expression of flamboyant behavior in men. I have it. I just don't show it as much because we live in we live in a third dimension, and it is very hard for most people to accept the fact that we're here. I mean I know what I'm talking about. It makes perfect sense to me because I met this one girl who said that there are three types of bisexuals in the world. You have one type of bisexual that will go with a guy or a girl, and if the relationship doesn't work out, um, uh, they will they will break up and go with the guy or girl, vice versa. And then there's the second type, where if the woman or the man is bisexual, let's use the man in this case. If the I'm making a video right now. It's okay. If the man if the man is bisexual, depending on his preference, he will go with the guy and the girl at the same time, and then for others, the third type of bisexuality is this. Because I spoke to the girl on Facebook. This was like a long time ago, like 2009, somewhere near there. She said that the third type of bisexual is is in order for that woman to be with the man or the female, they have to be bisexual. It's a must. So it has to be written in their soul for them. Okay? I just wanted to point those things out. So yes, feminine heterosexuality in males do exist, and I'm going to make a part two about it. So um, part two is next. Okay, bye.